Tonight's host, Michael York.
Thank you very much. And here we are once again in fabulous Las Vegas. At the, that's it? That's all? No. It's okay. It's okay. I know you're still eating. That's okay. We're going to move along with the program. So, the amazing Mirage and tonight's 2016 NIADA Leadership Awards. Here we go. Each year, NIADA recognizes outstanding leadership in your association, presenting Eagle Awards, State Executive of the Year Award, naming another inductee into the Ring of Honor, Community Service Award, and of course, student scholarships. And this year, adding 2 new awards, the Certified Pre-Owned Dealer of the Year and the MVP Eagle Award, which you'll hear more about a little bit later on. At this time, I would like to recognize tonight's banquet sponsors, the National Auto Auction Association, Mannheim, Next Gear Capital, and Northwood University. And of course, the sponsor of the NIADA President's Ring, Black Book Automotive. Sponsoring this year's NIADA Foundation scholarships, including the NIADA Northwood University Scholarship, Next Gear Capital. So now, if you would, please welcome from Next Gear Capital, the Senior Vice President of Field Operations, Mr. Randy Dose. Randy?
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. It's great to be here. Wow, congratulations to the NIADA for an incredible convention. You guys know how to throw a party. This has been a great week, and I can't wait for more. Thank you. That's right. I think we'd all agree the automotive industry would not be where it is today without people. People who fuel its success through innovation, dedication, and something we want to highlight tonight, education. And tonight isn't just about past achievements, and it's not just about the leaders in this room driving today's business. We're also here to be inspired by the next generation, tomorrow's leaders, those that will take the foundation laid before them and lead the automotive industry into the future. First, we'd like to recognize and thank Northwood University, the only institution of its kind offering higher education focused on the automotive industry. Thank you, LG, to you and your team at Northwood. For Next Gear Capital, sponsoring tonight's scholarships only makes sense. Not only has Cox Automotive been involved with the NIADA Foundation and Northwood University for the better part of a decade, our future success is contingent upon these types of programs. So with that, let's congratulate our recipients of the National Leadership Awards, and let's take a moment to recognize the hard work these students have put forth while we combine our best wishes for their successful journey ahead. Congratulations to each of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Randy. Each year, the NIADA Foundation has proudly assisted 4 young men or women who have displayed outstanding abilities both in as well as outside the classroom. And again this year, with the assistance of Next Gear Capital, these students will receive a scholarship to the college or university of their choice. Also, each year, a scholarship has been awarded to a current outstanding student to continue on at Northwood University. This year's scholarship, the NIADA Foundation Next Gear Capital Scholarship to Northwood University, is a competition for all students judged by our friends at Northwood, who narrow the field of competitors down to just 4 candidates representing each of NIADA's 4 regions, as well as selecting the Northwood Scholarship recipient. At this time, please welcome from Northwood University, the chairman of the Automotive Marketing Department, Mr. L.G. Bright.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Steve and Joe. Northwood University is extremely proud to be part of this partnership. It means a lot to us. We respect the organization, and Northwood University, of course, loves its dealers. We believe in entrepreneurship, and we love the fact that we get a chance to teach it at the university. Today, you are going to hear stories of personal achievement, of academic excellence. You are going to hear snippets of stories of students that are going to be future leaders in their chosen industries. You're also going to hear the story of one special person who is completing her education at Northwood University and is near and dear to my heart. Today is a special day, and as Randy said, it is also about education. We love the automobile industry, we love entrepreneurs, and we love the National Independent Auto Dealer Association. From the bottom of our heart, thank you. We have an attitude of gratitude, and today is a day to be grateful for all you do for the industry and all you do to promote the industry within the community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, LG. And now to assist me in honoring the 2016 Scholarship Award winners, if you will please join me on stage again from Next Gear Capital, Mr. Randy Dose, and President of the NIADA Foundation, Mr. Steve Jordan. There are a number of ways to describe our scholarship winners tonight. Outstanding students, of course, we know that. But what we see over and over again is what happens outside the classroom is so much of what sets them apart. Their talents and skills, their resolve, their ambition, their creativity, and even their philanthropy. Their overall commitment to a level of excellence in whatever it is they do. It's all this and more that will certainly make them an asset to any institution of higher education. So, let's meet this year's scholarship recipients. Students, if you would, as I call your name, please join us on stage. From Region 1, Brendan Scott Bozick. Unfortunately, we got time, let's try that one again. Brendan Scott Bozick. Because Brendan can't be with us tonight, but he might be watching later, so I'm sure he'd appreciate that. Brendan can't be here tonight, but I'm sure he'd want me to share with you that he's recently graduated from Detroit Catholic Central High School and will be attending Kettering University in Flint in the fall, majoring in mechanical engineering, with his career goals set toward the automotive industry. So, congratulations to Brendan, the 2016 Region 1 Scholarship recipient. From Region 2, Tyler Owen Riley. Tyler has a genuine appreciation for the industry, continues to be successful through reinvention and repurposing technology. His high school counselor describes him as a tremendously talented young man, dedicated, conscientious, and focused on the future. Tyler will be leaving his hometown of Indialantic, Florida, to attend the University of Florida, where he'll be studying biochemistry in pursuit of a career as an orthopedic surgeon. With us tonight are Tyler's parents, Bruce and Song Riley, and his sister, Kerrigan. If you would please stand. Congratulations, Tyler Riley, this year's Region 2 scholarship recipient. From Region 3, Marcy Marie Ricklick. While Marcy aspires to a career in business marketing, she's majoring in animal science and minoring in Spanish. Marcy recently graduated from Lakeville South High School in Lakeville, Minnesota, and will be attending the University of Wisconsin in River Falls. Her family's car business laid a foundation for her interest in small business. However, she's already become a successful businesswoman. She grew a 4-H project into the Rainbow Chicken Ranch, which has become very profitable in just a few years, even including providing a website for backyard chicken owners. Absolutely. Here with us tonight are Marcy's parents, Ed and Chris, and friend Aaron. If you would please stand. Congratulations, Marcy Ricklick, your scholarship recipient for Region 3. From Region 4, Mark Charles Bashore. Mark has recently graduated from Montrose High School in Colorado with the career goal of running a successful business in the automotive industry. He'll be attending the University of Portland, majoring in business. His automotive heritage runs deep, 5 generations, from Montana to Pennsylvania to New York and finally Colorado. Mark is known in his community as a servant leader, his church youth leader, describing him as a well-grounded young man with personal integrity of the highest order. Attending with Mark tonight are his parents, Dwayne and Stephanie. If you would, please stand. Congratulations, Mark Bashore, your 2016 Region 4 scholarship recipient. And the NIADA Foundation Next Gear Capital Scholarship to Northwood University goes to Tori J. Mason. At Detroit Renaissance High School, Tori's 200-hour community service requirement challenged her to reach higher and make serving a part of her everyday life. Tori not only talks the talk, she walks the walk. As president of her high school DECA organization, Tori certainly grew her leadership and management skills, combining that love for public service and her passion for the automotive industry. Tori was inspired to continue her academic career at Northwood University. She has a great rapport with her fellow students as well as faculty, staff, and administration. Being involved, in her words, is about building a connection, a bond with those you come in contact with. Her countless hours volunteering at hospitals, creating smiles for children stricken with sickle cell disease has given her a deeper sense of empathy for others and helped to focus her vision on one day starting her own dealership and leading her employees in giving back to their own communities. The daughter of working class parents, Tori once again displayed her leadership skills through her involvement in campus activities at Northwood, including the recent Go Mad Days, meaning Go Make a Difference, as well as the Northwood University Student-Run Auto Show. Her instructors say her preparation daily and her dedication and enthusiasm for the automotive industry shine through, and she is always at her best. She's shown an ability to work independently as well as with others and is able to follow through to ensure that any job gets done, accomplishing any task with a very positive attitude. With us tonight in the audience is Tori's aunt, Chelsea Mason. If you would please stand. The NIADA Foundation and Next Gear Capital is pleased to present their scholarship to Northwood University to Tori Mason. Congratulations to you, Tori. We wish you much continued success, and congratulations to all of our scholarship winners. A special thank you again to Northwood University for once again judging this year's competition. Thank you, gentlemen. And now for the presentation of the President's Award. Please welcome Vice President and North American Auction Director of Black Book Automotive, Mr. Tim West. Tim?
Good evening. If you've attended this conference before, you'll know that I complain every year about a guy with my intelligence following somebody with their intelligence. It's not right. It's not fair. But anyway, let's move along. It is, please join me in welcoming our incoming president, Mr. Billy Threadgill. It is indeed always a pleasure to represent Black Book in presenting the NIADA President's Ring, and it's especially pleasing to me this year because I've known Billy for many, many years, and he's a friend of mine. And what I should probably tell you is Billy's greatest attribute is probably his willingness to volunteer, and I think you'll see that front and center tonight as well as throughout the next year. So thank you for that, Billy. Tonight I not only represent this association, but I also represent the entire used vehicle community throughout the country and worldwide, and just saying a simple thank you, Billy, and good luck. Congratulations. All yours, buddy.
Well, let's see if I could do this and not mess it up. Thank you very much, Tim. It's a great day in Las Vegas, and it's a great time to be an independent automobile dealer. Thank you all for being here. As we celebrate our 70th year, I would like to just take a moment to reflect on the rich history of our great organization. It was 1946. President Truman formally proclaimed an end to World War II. In the same year, the National Used Car Dealers Association began in Chicago, Illinois. Also in Chicago, at the world's largest drive-in, a double feature. Alfred Hitchcock directed the film Spellbound, and Abbott and Costello were featured in The Little Giant. A used car dealer must have scheduled those two films. You know, totally opposite types of movies to sell the most tickets. By 1956, 10 short years later, 5 million used cars were sold. Another 20 years, It's 1976, and the first National Quality Dealer of the Year, Joe Eichenberg Sr. from Maryland, began our rich tradition of recognizing best of the best. Also in 1976, a funny fruit company called Apple started up. By the time we celebrated our 50th anniversary, we had grown in size to over 12,000 members. And by our 60th, membership was over 18,000 members strong. Today we celebrate our 70th anniversary. And because of the leadership of my predecessors, combined with the strongest NIADA board ever, and all the great state executives we have, I am pleased to report that the NIADA is well positioned and within reach of being a 20,000 membership strong organization. Thank you to all, both past and present, that have committed their valuable time and resources to help build our organization. I use the term our organization because the NIADA is larger than just any one individual. It's bigger than just you or me. The greatness of the NIADA doesn't begin in Arlington, Texas. It begins with each of you. Each of us here tonight and all our fellow dealers are worthy of respect. You're respected as a member of the NIADA, as a member of your community, your church or synagogue, your industry. You've earned it. As dealers, we respect our customers, the public, and the reputation of our industry and fellow members. Our responsibility is to be honest and stand behind the sale of the motor vehicles we sell. Our efforts don't begin and end with just our own relationships. It transcends to our business methods and our involvement to constantly strive to improve on how we engage in every business practice so that the public, our public, is better served. It is our responsibility to take care and custody of the American free enterprise system. Without this system, a system that aims for limited restrictions and limited government intervention on business, trade, and commerce, the American dream will be no longer. So it is our mission. There is that word again, our. It's our mission to represent the independent used car dealer and to educate, promote, and advance our industry. Our convention this week has been exceptional. Thank you to Steve and his team for putting together such a fantastic agenda. Back home in Florence, South Carolina, and when I have the opportunity to travel to many of the states, I often get asked about the value of joining the NIADA and the local IADAs. First of all, I remind them that they have to be a member of the state IADA in order to be an NIADA member. Then I give them the facts. Once they are a member, the benefits are endless. For example, this week, it doesn't matter if you're a traditional used car dealer, a buy here, pay here dealer, a lease here, pay here dealer, in the rental business or a wholesaler. The education from this conference can only make you want to be a better and more successful dealer. I don't know anyone who came to this meeting thinking I want to be less successful. This association can directly contribute to your bottom line. Need to get the deal funded? Need CPO to compete with the franchise dealer down the street? How about becoming a certified master dealer? Joining a 20 group? Need used car industry information or buy here, pay here statistics to help your dealership? Have you asked yourself any of these questions and countless others? We all have. And that is why we are members of this national association. So if the NIADA and the state organizations can help make us and our industry better, I want to challenge you to ask yourself, what can I do to make our association better? Now, when I just said, what can I do to make the NIADA better? Yes, I did, in fact, include myself. But to make our organization better, it needs to include you. So when I said, what can I do to make the association better? I'm looking at each of you to work with me because it's our association. Please allow me to make a few suggestions. They are suggestions based on what I believe that you can do to continue to make our association the very best it can be. First of all, never compromise your principles. Stay involved. Participate. Support. And contribute. There are several ways you can contribute. Contribute by talking to your fellow dealers and encouraging them to join the association. I want to say thank you to all those who are about to be honored here tonight for what they did to add to the growth of our membership. You can make a contribution by learning and gaining as much personal education as possible. Our association's ability to learn and then translate that learning into immediate action is the ultimate competitive advantage. You can invest and contribute to the NIADA PAC. The free enterprise system is under attack. Profit has become a bad word. I don't have to remind you how much regulation our industry is under and how much more is threatened. By contributing to the PAC fund, you can positively influence and further enhance our efforts to protect the best interest of the used car industry and members around the country. Your contribution will allow us to work more closely with congressional members who share our vision to protect our vital industry and keep the engine of America's small business running strong. During my term as your president, I pledge to you to make our association stronger every day. I pledge to you to listen to your thoughts, ideas, and concerns. Then, taking the actions that will continue to move our association forward, I pledge to work tirelessly to always promote our code of ethics and mission statements. I pledge to work with you to grow membership, education, partnerships, and our influence with our elected leaders. Your association is active. Your association is strong. Your association is you. NIADA and its state affiliates are alive, thriving, and expanding the footprint in the marketplace. So thank you to the leadership and membership for allowing me to serve as your president at this historic time, our 70th year. Know that, along with the executive committee, I will do my best in pursuing the right direction for NIADA for the upcoming year. Thanks to our members, sponsors, and vendors for your continued support and financial commitments. Thank you, Steve Jordan and Team NIADA, for your support. I look forward to working with you this year. Thank you to my wife and my family for the support and love you provide me each and every day. Thank you, our Lord, for providing me the strength and grace to do this job so you might be honored in all that we do, as we are all your ambassadors. Thank you all. Be safe and Godspeed on your travels back home.
Congratulations, Mr. President. We know you're going to have a terrific year. So if you'll just stick close. This has been a banner year indeed for new membership. Added to this association, as we mentioned, we have very special membership awards that we'll be presenting tonight. So with the help of Mr. President up here, obviously Membership is vital to any association, to any industry, and no exception here. The individuals you're about to meet are being recognized for their leading roles in bringing new members in a huge way, beginning with your Crystal Eagle winners. As I call your name, please join your new president on stage and remain for a photo opportunity. And anyone else who'd like to get a photo, you're welcome to come on up as well. So here we go. From the Carolinas, Darla Boer, Deal Depot. Kim Bradshaw, First Nations Auto Sales. Martha Brown, Dealers Risk Insurance. Marty Coates, Coates and Associates. Will Davis, G&B Auto Sales. Luke Godwin, Godwin Auto Sales. Daryl Jackson, Crown Auto Sales and Finance. Steve Matthews, Matthews Motors. And Kevin Pendergrass, Carolina Auto Sales of Myrtle Beach. From the Carolinas, please give these winners a hand. From Georgia, IADA, Dennis Pope, People's Financial. Glenn Reeves, Reeves Insurance Associates. Julie Colgate, Independent Dealers Advantage. Roy Daniel, Automotive Dealers Finance. From the Texas IADA, Mark Brown, Red Carpet Auto Sales. Ahmed Belmeshkin, New Rio Grande Motors. And Wayne Meager, MD Auto Sales. How about a big round of applause for all our Crystal Eagle winners? Okay, as we mentioned earlier, NIADA has a new Eagle Award this year called the MVP Eagle Award. During his year as president, now chairman, Frank Fuzzi, expressed his passion for membership to this association and its leaders, which ultimately led to launching a new member campaign called Let the Games Begin. Tonight, we recognize some association leaders who excelled during this membership drive and will award the first ever MVP Eagle Award to the individual who recruited the most new members during this campaign. So just before we get to that, we have a number of certificate award winners who led those races and won lovely gaming prizes along the way, collectively bringing to this association 775 new members. So, here we go. From the state of Alabama, Roger Fields. From the Carolinas, Marshall Perry, Will Davis, Jane Harris, Jenny Myrick, Debbie Braswell. From Georgia, Glenn Reeves, Roy Daniel, Dennis Pope, Julie Colgate. From Ohio, Wendy Reinhardt. From Texas, Ahmad Belmeshkin, Wayne Meager, Michael Zack. Please give them all a big hand. All the award winners from the Carolinas. Georgia. And Texas. And Texas. One more hand for all our award winners. And now NIADA President Billy Threadgill will make the announcement and presentation for the first ever MVP Eagle Award. Mr. President.
Wow, thanks, Michael. And now it is my pleasure to recognize with the MVP Eagle Award, the overall top recruiter, bringing 227 new members from the Georgia Independent Automobile Dealers Association, Mr. Dennis Pope of People's Financial.
Thank you, Mr. President, and congratulations once again to all our membership award winners. They deserve it, absolutely. Now to present the NIADA and Cox Automotive Community Service Award, please welcome Regional Vice President of the Local and Mobile Division of Mannheim, Mr. Barry Roop. Barry?
Wow. What a great group of winners. Let me tell you, I'm in great company this evening. It's an honor to be here among this group of leaders to present the 2016 NIADA and Cox Automotive Service Award presented by Mannheim. This award recognizes an independent dealership for their outstanding contributions to their community in innovative and meaningful ways they collaborate with the community and their partners to further their missions. It's a lot to digest, but when you think about it, the criteria represents a legacy that, dare I say, pays it forward. On behalf of all of us at Cox Automotive, I'd like to congratulate all of this year's nominees for demonstrating how every person, every organization, every day can make a difference when serving their community. Turning words into action, that's how more than 30,000 team members at Cox Automotive help shape a better world. Our businesses are tightly close to the communities that we serve. The belief that being a good community citizen is good business remains one of our strongest values today and is manifested in a variety of ways, from philanthropic grants to in-kind donations to employees that volunteer thousands and thousands of hours. We know that the communities we serve are stronger and that our businesses are stronger as well when we collaborate with others to address all the human needs. Whether it's a volunteer effort of thousands of Cox Automotive team members, partnerships with organizations that advance diversity, inclusion, or support for programs that provide food, shelter, opportunities for millions of our neighbors. We're tackling big problems by leveraging the power of people who care. Let's take a look at how we at Cox can walk the talk. As you watch this video we'll cue in a moment, I hope it inspires you to think about how you can scale such efforts to make sense for your organization and your community. I'm going to ask you to take baby steps, build on these ideas, and those of our winner that you'll hear more about. And make a commitment. Next year, I'd like to join you up here on this stage. Please run the video.
At Cox Automotive, we are connected by a core company value of community outreach. No matter the cause, we know our efforts go a long way towards improving the lives of others. Getting involved and making a difference is the common thread that connects us all. It defines what we stand for as a company and who we are as individuals. When it comes to community service, we're all in at Cox Automotive. We wear our snazzy green volunteer shirts like a badge of honor, focusing less on the business group that's on the front and more on the mantra we proudly wear on our backs. We are indeed committed to community. Each year, we come together to support several company-wide campaigns. For us, it's all about our collective impact. No matter where they are, team members can get involved and make a difference in their own backyards. From our individual efforts and team-building activities to our enduring partnerships, we are committed to community every day, 365 days a year. Our community relations philosophy is embraced at all levels. It is strong and steadfast. Our mission is to be good corporate citizens and an employer of choice by creating a culture that encourages and enables community involvement. Our vision is to empower and inspire our businesses and team members to become community champions. We strive to engage our team members in ways that are equal parts authentic, inspiring, and enduring. For us, community outreach is most effective when team members find their passion for volunteering. The true impact of our efforts is more than a number. It is all of the people who inspired us, the emotions we felt, the relationships we formed, and the hope we created. Amazing things happen when over 25 brands with 30,000 plus team members are bound together by a personal commitment to community. Our impact is vast for our communities and nonprofit partners, and also for our team members, friends, families, and clients who enthusiastically share their time, energy, and resources to make a difference. Cox Automotive is committed to Community 365.
Thank you for that, and it's every bit as much fun doing it as it shows up on the screen. But today I'm here to make a point that each of us can do something. That doing business can't be separated from doing the right thing each and every day. The intangible benefits alone, such as pride, satisfaction, and accomplishment, are worthwhile reasons for each and every one of us to get involved. But more importantly, when we share our time and our talents, we solve problems, we strengthen our communities, we improve lives, we connect to others, and transform our own lives as well. As we celebrate the finalist and the winner of the Cox Automotive Community Impact Award, I hope you have that aha moment. There's a strong business case to be made for making community service a priority. And at the same time, knowing you work for an operation that helps pay it forward for those that come after us. Getting involved and making a difference is a common thread that binds us all. And this year's winner of the NIADA Cox Automotive Community Service Award clearly embodies this philosophy. Selected from an incredible list of deserving nominees, this dealership distinguishes itself in service to their community by embracing charitable giving and volunteerism in support of more than 30 local charities and youth programs, and that was last year alone. Wow. This dealership's many accomplishments include raising money for children's charities throughout Idaho, including nearly $500,000 for cystic fibrosis research over a 7-year period. Amazing accomplishment. But their accomplishments can't be measured in numbers alone. In addition to their fundraising efforts, this dealership and its employees have selflessly dedicated their time to activities supporting numerous civic organizations over the years, including Making a Wish Foundation, the Idaho Food Bank, and Toys for Tots. As a 13-year supporter for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation and over 20-year supporter of the Boy Scouts of America, this dealership has contributed to countless fundraisers and numerous service projects benefiting both organizations. Throughout the years, this dealership has been widely recognized by civic and government organizations, deeply rooted community outreach and support. Now it's our turn. So on behalf of Cox Automotive and its more than 30,000 team members, I'm proud to recognize and congratulate this year's winner of the NIADA and Cox Automotive Community Service Award, Fairly Reliable Bobs, out of Boise, Idaho. Somebody forgot their ring. I'll take it home with me. You can call me if you want it. For their leadership in making a difference throughout community service, Fairly Reliable Bobs will receive $10,000 to be donated to the Utah-Idaho chapter of Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, this dealership's charity of choice. Please join me in congratulating them and welcome with me Rex Peterson, who will accept the award on behalf of Bob's Reliable Bobs.
Thank you very much. My name is Rex Peterson. I'm here to accept this extremely generous donation on behalf of Bobby Peterson and Fairly Reliable Bobs and the JDRF. Thanks to NIADA, especially Cox Automotive, for this awesome donation to the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. JDRF was founded by parents of children with type 1 diabetes to find a cure. Bobby Peterson and the Fairly Reliable Bobs have been staunch supporters of this charity since 2003. That just happened to be 1 year before Bobby's youngest daughter was diagnosed with it. After Andy was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, Bobby and Fairly Reliable Bob's team doubled their efforts, spent countless hours and dollars each year to find a cure. This year, Bobby is taking 43 bicycle riders to Death Valley to ride 103 miles to raise money for JDRF. The goal is to raise $172,000, and this wonderful award will go a long way towards that goal. Bobby is so appreciative of this $10,000 donation and would have loved to have been here to accept it in person. However, our company recently donated a Corvette to be raffled off and to raise money for JDRF, and that raffle kicks off tomorrow. Bobby felt that he had to be there. He's just one of those guys. On behalf of Bobby, Peterson, the Fairly Reliable Bob's staff, and especially the children of the world suffering from type 1 diabetes, thank you again. This is absolutely awesome.
Thank you, Barry. Thank you, Rex. And congratulations to Bobby. Ladies and gentlemen, for the presentation of this year's Association Executive of the Year Award, please welcome the 2015 Executive of the Year from the Colorado IADA, Todd O'Connell. Todd?
to get it right side up first. Print goes up. It is my distinct pleasure and honor to talk about this year's winner of the AEC Executive of the Year Award. This individual has an extensive background in the association world that demonstrates dedication, passion, and a commitment to excel. Has more than 20 years of leadership and experience statewide in associations and nonprofits. In addition, has held almost every staff position within the association. Some of the professional associations this individual has contributed to are American Association of Medical Society Executives, ASAE, and the Center for Association Leadership, board member of Companion Animal Rescue Endeavor, Public Relations Association, Chamber of Commerce, Institute for Nonprofit Innovation and Excellence, and a parent volunteer at the Young Actors Theater. So now you can start guessing who the winner is. She was born in Brooklyn, New York, raised in Miami, married to husband Richard with 2 wonderful children, Marissa and Joseph. She is very active in school music programs, other classroom activities, and enjoys Zumba. Now, I can see some of you guys reaching for your phones to Google Zumba, so I'm glad to see I'm not the only one that wasn't sure what it was. I kind of figured it didn't have anything to do with sports, gambling, or fantasy leagues. She's grown the membership and revenue each year. In addition, has turned her convention into a great success. Last year's convention increased the number of first-timers and netted over $45,000 in profit. She has implemented new online education and created a YouTube channel for additional content, developed an efficient infrastructure promoting better membership strategies, and increased the involvement in the Political Action Committee. However, when the highest praise and recommendations come from the leadership from both the state association and NIADA, you know how special this individual is. Some of their comments. She is an awesome, honest, dedicated director who cares and has heart for all our dealer members with no hidden agendas. She has the ability to handle many responsibilities, a tremendous work ethic, a loyalty to both NIADA and FIADA, and works great with the other associations. Her main focus is always the independent car dealers, covering both federal and state issues, regardless if she is in Tallahassee, Dallas, Washington, or here in Las Vegas. She helped prevent a possible PAC contribution violation when she found out a decision or a donation plan that was not within the guidelines and saved everyone from possible problems. She is one of the sharpest 501c minds I have ever met in my many years in the association. She led the Association Executive Council to a new era, helping to facilitate education for state executives and therefore the boards of these affiliates. Through hard work and due diligence, the association has shown growth in each of her 5 years she has been with the FIDA. She has managed the association to a very stable environment, both in financial and mission. She has been a great asset to the association. She is the most honest, hardworking professional director I have ever met. She understands the legislative process, has strong professional relationships with the DMV. The vendors that interact with her say everything is good with her and that this is a huge factor. She is a fun person as well as a person with great family values. Please help me congratulate the 2016 NIADA Executive of the Year, Florida's Lisette Mariner.
I really didn't know he was going to say all that. I wrote a few remarks. Thank you first. First, I'd like to take a moment to remember all the victims in Orlando. I know everyone's seen all the news and everything that's happening. There's so much tragedy and grief that's happened in Orlando this past week. And I know that Florida, we're resilient and we're going to come back from this strong. I'm both humbled and honored to be recognized by my peers, to be among some of the many past winners like Todd O'Connell, Jeff Martin in Texas, Paul John in Georgia, Debbie Anderson in Indiana. There's so many great execs. All the state execs represent their respective states with much pride and passion. Thank you to the NIADA for providing opportunities for us to get together and to learn from each other and from other experts. We also wouldn't be here without the support of our board, our office staff, and our families. There are so many great dealers, and we'll soon see tomorrow all of the great efforts that they have done when we honor our quality dealers. There are so many unsung heroes like our board leaders, our committee chairs, our members that give so much of their time and financial support to help guide this great industry. I hope that you will continue to lead and mentor the next generation. I hope that you will continue to be part of the process and to participate. For my state counterparts, I hope that you will continue to learn and lead your states to greatness. Together, we can be so much more. Though my husband and children could not be here tonight, I still feel like I'm surrounded by family. There are so many great people I've gotten to know during my tenure with the FIADA, but I'd still like to thank my husband and children for the understanding that they provide when I take those important calls from our dealers and when I'm away for a week in Las Vegas to help our industry be better. Thank you to the wonderful staff I have at FIADA, to our industry partners, and thank you to you. I will bring this back to Florida to share with so many that have helped me to be the best I can be, because I know I'm not in this alone. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Todd, and congratulations, Lisette. In 2008, this association launched the NIADA's Certified Pre-Owned Program. As we mentioned earlier, there's a brand new award being presented this evening to the Certified Pre-Owned Dealer of the Year, recognizing the best of those dealers from across the country who've excelled in offering this program to their customers. This award is presented based on quality of dealership operations, vehicle certification process, volume of CPO vehicles sold, and most importantly, the dealer's commitment to providing a better product and level of service to their customers and to their community. Making tonight's presentation, please welcome Executive Vice President of Warren Tech, Mr. Chris Murphy, Sr.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Steve, NIADA, all the members. On behalf of the NIADA, Warren Tech, and AmTrust family, it is my distinct pleasure to announce the inaugural recipient of the NIADA CPO Dealer of the Year Award. This year's winner is a business owner that is committed to excellence, quality, customer service. He has a well-rounded approach to implementing the CPO program into all facets of his dealership operations, starting with service and moving into the sales process. The NIADA CPO program has shifted the culture of his dealerships. This shift can also be seen in the marketing, advertising he does to separate his dealerships as best-in-class CPO facilities, and by doing so, he is gaining critical market share in all of his locations. All three of his locations, Rochester, New York, Raleigh, North Carolina, and Jacksonville, Florida, among the top 5 volume NIADA CPO locations of the year. Please join me in congratulating the 2016 NIADA Certified Pre-Owned Dealer of the Year, the owner and CEO of Auction Direct USA, Mr. Todd Hoagie. All right, Todd.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Listen, I didn't sell a single car myself, personally, a single CPO. So, the stores did all the work, but I have to say that it's an easy program to sell. I was introduced to the program approximately a year ago at an NIADA workshop, and, I've got, NIADA to thank, and most importantly, the folks at Table 6, the Warrantech Group, have just done a tremendous job at launching the program for us, at training, at providing us with the materials. And I did the CPO assembly today, and I felt like a commercial then for the NIADA CPO program. I kind of feel like one now, but I tell you, I support the program fully. It's a great program, and most importantly, it's the right thing to do. That's what I feel about it. It's a customer-centric program. It's just the right thing to do. But I also want to congratulate NIADA on this program tonight. I know I'm one of the last people up here, so I want to take this opportunity to thank Steve and Holly and Angela for the tremendous job, and Gabby, that they do. I continue to be impressed every time I come to one of their events at just the professionalism and the organization. I want to give them a final round of applause and ask everybody to join me. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris, and congratulations, Todd. At this time, for the presentation of the coveted NIADA Ring of Honor, please welcome CEO of NIADA, Mr. Steve Jordan.
Thank you, Michael. Is this thing on? Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Michael. Hey, and congratulations again on your 13th year being our MC. You always do an awesome job. And, yeah. So before we get to the Ring of Honor for tonight, I just want to take a step back and recognize, as the CEO of NIADA, I have the unique opportunity of watching our staff work in and out day after day to serve our dealers, and they do a great job of making our executive committee and our staff look great. Holly Swansea, our event director, has done a fabulous job this week. I think she deserves a huge round of applause. And the level of staff that we have at the NIADA, I would put them against any team in the industry. They're just simply the best. And I could read all of the names, but I'm not going to do that. But I am going to do one thing tonight. I am going to recognize one of our employees who has been with the association as an employee since 1996. And in May of 2016, we recognized that Angela Ledbetter, our Director of Administration and Operations for NIADA, has become the single longest, most senior employee of the NIADA. And Angela, if you don't mind, I'd like to have you come on up.
Say a few words. I'm not good at public speaking, All I can say is this is my family. I've loved you guys for 20 years, and I'm looking forward to many more. Thank you.
There you go. Whew, man, I feel like Tim West, you get choked up a little bit, and, they call you a crier. So it's a risk I'm willing to take, I guess. So from time to time, NIADA selects a person or persons from within the automobile industry to receive NIADA's highest allied industry award, the Ring of Honor. And these are men and women who have dedicated their careers to the industry, always giving of their time and resources to improve the image of the automotive industry and assisting its dealers. This year's inductee will be the 28th such individual to be inducted into this prestigious and honorable circle. Our inductee tonight began his automotive career working at a car dealership both in high school and in college. He attended St. Bonaventure University in New York and received his BA degree in business management from St. Mary's College in Moraga, California. In 1976, he joined Avis Car Leasing and held numerous positions during his career, including National Auto Auction Sales Manager, where he first gained exposure to the auto auction industry. He also worked for Hertz Car Leasing in various roles, including National Retail Sales Manager and New York Zone, and at a U.S. Fleet Leasing in San Mateo, California. In 1989, he joined Golden Gate Auto Auction as Assistant General Manager until joining Skyline Auto Auction, which is now Manheim, New York, where he served as General Manager for 11 years. He also spent several years as the Vice President of Sales and Operations for General Motors and the Avis Budget Group accounts for Manheim, and then moving on to Market Vice President for Florida and Puerto Rico, where he oversaw the day-to-day activities of 12 locations in that market, accumulating nearly 40 years of diversified remarketing experience. A longtime supporter of independent dealers and their state associations, he was named Auction Person of the Year in 2011 by the Florida IADA. He is a past president of the National Auto Auction Association and was inducted into the association's Hall of Fame just last year in 2015. He continues to serve on the association's executive committee, sits on their board of directors, and is a board member of the Auto Auction Services Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our newest inductee into the NIADA Ring of Honor, a true automotive industry icon and currently the Vice President of Industry Relations for Manheim, Mr. Jay Cadigan. Jay?
Yikes. I'm not sure what to say, and if you know me, that doesn't happen very often. I'd like to first thank Steve and all the folks at NIADA, Mike Lynn, great friend, Sean, Frank Fusi, your bride, Mr. G, my friends from Florida, my short time in Florida, 7 years. Thank all my Manheim family, Cox Automotive family. My wife usually travels with me, but she's in Houston. My father-in-law's in the hospital. She was also an independent car dealer at one point and also a winner of the Florida, but she was Woman Auctioneer of the Year, not person. Anyway, I want to thank all the members of FIADA, all my industry partners, my great competitors, friends. You know, in 1976, when I started selling off-lease cars for Avis, I used to go around to the auctions all over the country. didn't take me long to realize that even though I had a lot of cars to sell, if there weren't any dealers in the lanes, it didn't really matter. And then when I got involved in the auction, running an auction, it doesn't matter how nice your auction is or how many cars you have. If you don't have dealers there, you don't really have anything to do that day. You guys are the backbone of our industry. I'm proud to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve, and congratulations, Jay. Well, that's a wrap. So thanks for being with us tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow night, beginning with a reception at 5:30, followed by NIADA TV's live broadcast of the big show, the National Quality Dealer Awards. We'll see you then. Enjoy your evening in Las Vegas. Good night, everybody.